we need to remember the location of alimentary canal, nature of digestion, digestion used to take place with the help of and substance formed due to action of digestive enzymes. Which type of substance are formed? We had already discussed the digestion in buccal cavity, then there is no digestion in esophagus, then digestion in stomach, and now the fourth location is small intestine. The nature of digestion is, it is chemical digestion, and this digestion used to take place with the help of pancreatic juice, with the help of bile, and with the help of intestinal juice. The another name of intestinal juice is succus entericus, the complete digestive juice. ठीक है, तो फूड मूव कर रहा था, बकल कैविटी से गया ईसोफेगस, ईसोफेगस से स्टोमक आया, स्टोमक से अब वो हमारी स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में आ गया। स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में जैसे ही फूड आता है तो उसके साथ में मिक्सअप होगा पहले पैनक्रिएटिक जूस, लीवर से बाइल जूस, एंड देन इंटेस्टिनल जूस. They used to get mixed up near to the duodenum region, and inside the duodenum, jejunum, and up to the ileum, entire digestion process will used to get completed. This pancreatic juice contains trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase, then these three used to act on proteins. It also used to secrete amylase, act on carbohydrate, and it also secrete lipase, act on fat. So pancreatic juice is also a complete juice because it used to act on protein, carbohydrate, and fats. Bile. Several time questions used to form onto the component of bile or functioning mechanism of bile. So, bile, okay, it provides alkaline medium for digestion. and helps in emulsification. Several time questions used to come. Explain the process of emulsification. What exactly it is? Breaking down of large fat molecules into smaller fat molecules. That process is known as emulsification, and bile plays an important role. So bile provides the alkaline medium and it helps in emulsification. Now the action of intestinal juice. The complete juice succus entericus. This. It used to contain dipeptidases, which converts protein or peptones into amino acids. Okay. It contains lipase, which converts fats into fatty acids. It contains maltase, lactase, etc., which converts carbohydrate into sugar, Okay, and this intestinal juice also contains nucleases, which used to digest the nucleic acids. So do we used to eat the nucleic acids? We used to eat either plant or animals. So in the plant cell also, in the end, nucleic acid is present in the form of DNA, and in animal cells also present. So this nucleic acid is also used to get digested with the help of the nucleases enzymes present inside the intestinal juice. So now you just remember, no matter whether you are eating carbohydrate, protein, fats, जो भी खा रहे हो, carbohydrate example rice, wheat, potato and so on, protein, milk, paneer, chicken, eggs, etc., and fat, ghee, oil and so on. We need to follow the following mechanism we used to intake, that is ingestion. We used to break down with the help of physical and chemical mean, that is digestion. Once it used to get breakdown, we used to absorb it by the process of absorption. Later on we used to utilize it, that is assimilation, and we used to remove the undigested food, that is digestion. Now, how does this digestion used to take place? When we start to discuss it in detail, we need to remember the different location. There are 4 important locations: buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach and intestine, small intestine. We need to remember whether this digestion is physical or chemical. It used to take place with the help of, and what kind of substances are formed due to the action of the enzymes present in specific digestive juice. In buccal cavity, saliva contains salivary amylase, which convert carbohydrate into sugar. There is no specific digestion inside the esophagus, when food used to get reached inside the stomach, the pH becomes acidic due to the presence of HCl in gastric juice. This HCl is responsible for the activation of the pepsin. Pepsin helps in the digestion of protein. The renin is also found, which help in the digestion of milk. Gastric lipase is present in newborns or infants, which help in the digestion of the fat of the milk. And this mucus protect the inner lining with the help of the harmful effect of the HCl. When we enter into the small intestine, we used to say chemical digestion is taking place inside the small intestine, and three type of juices plays an important role. Pancreatic juice secreted by the pancreas, bile juice secreted by the liver, and intestinal juice secreted by the intestinal inner lining. Inside the pancreatic juice, trypsin, chymotrypsin and carboxypeptidase is present, which act on the protein and break down them into peptones. Amylase act on the carbohydrate, lipase act on the fat. Bile provide alkaline medium for the digestion and help in the emulsification. You need to remember the functioning component and functioning action of the gastric juice, component and functioning action of the bile and pancreatic juice, and rarely they can ask about the succus entericus. So gastric juice, pancreatic juice, bile, intestinal juice and as well as salivary amylase. ये action याद रखने. Intestinal juice, it is considered as complete juice because it used to act on protein, carbohydrate, fats, nucleic acid and so on. The dipeptidase convert the protein into amino acids. Lipase act on the fat, convert them into fatty acid. Maltase, lactase, sucrase, they convert the carbohydrate into simplest form of the sugar. That is how the entire food used to get break down and converted into the soluble form. So immediately after digestion, what is the next step? The next step is absorption of digested food. Absorption of digested food. Okay. Where does it used to take place? It used to take place mainly, remember it, ठीक है. मेन साइट को हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर. Otherwise, it also used to take place inside the stomach as well as in buccal cavity also. But in buccal cavity, only simple form of sugar or few ions are absorbed. Inside the stomach, water, alcohol and simple form of sugar are absorbed. Major absorption used to take place. So we used to say it used to take place mainly inside the ileum part of small intestine. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन के इलियम पार्ट में ये होगा, ठीक है. विद द हेल्प ऑफ finger like projection named as microvilli. Several time 2 marks questions used to form on this structure, microvilli. What exactly microvilli are, where they are located and what they used to do. So we need to remember that microvilli are finger-like projections present inside the ileum part of, they are present inside the entire small intestine, but their number are more inside the ileum region of small intestine. They used to increases the surface area of small intestine. They used to increase the surface area of small intestine. Now, so these are finger-like projection named as microvilli. Inside a blood vessels are present. Now, when we used to eat the food particles, they used to get converted into soluble form. Now, these soluble forms are present over here. These soluble form are present over here, and these soluble form start to get entered into blood vessel. As a result, these soluble food particle enters inside our blood vessel. So this red dotted are soluble digested food. Soluble digested food. When we used to eat the protein particles, after the complete digestion, they used to get converted into amino acid. It is a soluble form. Then the carbohydrate used to get converted into sugar, which is also soluble in water, and blood also contain the plasma part contain the water, and fat used to get converted into fatty acid. So all these we need to redraw it again. Fine. We are discussing about absorption of digested food. Absorption of digested food. Okay. Where does it used to take place? It used to take place. It used to take place inside small intestine, mainly where? In ileum region, with the help of finger-like projection named as finger-like projection. Named as microvilli, which increases the surface area. If we will see inside our microvilli, such structures are present which are named as, inside the small intestine, such finger-like structures are present which are named as microvilli. Inside them, like that, vessels are present. So these are our blood vessels. These are blood vessels, and food particles which are present in soluble form moves from these lumen into blood vessel. So in the end, food particle reaches inside the blood vessel, protein in the form of amino acid, carbohydrate in the form of sugar, and fat in the form of fatty acid. The process by which digested food enter inside our blood vessel is named as absorption of digested food. इस पर क्वेश्चन बनता है, how does absorption of digested food used to take place? What you need to answer? The absorption of digested food used to take place mainly, you need to remember, यहाँ पर ये जरूर लिखना है mainly, because it also used to take place partly in very small amount inside the buccal cavity and in stomach, but the major site is ileum region of the small intestine. What is the specificity of this region? It contains finger-like projection which are named as microvilli. What is the utilization of microvilli? It increases the surface area, and inside it blood vessels are present. The digested food, which is amino acid, after protein after digestion converted into amino acid, carbohydrate into sugar, and fatty acid, they enter into blood vessel, and this process is named as absorption. And now the last step, that is assimilation. Okay. What is assimilation? Utilization of digested food done with the help of liver. Now, if we will say our major nutrient the major nutrient are proteins. After digestion, they used to get converted into amino acid and used as build the muscles mainly. They are considered as building block of our body. There are different uses of different proteins, but major part we used to remember that they used to act as a building block in our body. The second major nutrient is carbohydrate. After digestion, it used to get converted into sugar, act as a source of energy and then fats converted into fatty acids, and it used to act as a reserve source of energy. In higher classes we will use the many functions. प्रोटीन्स के भी हम ऑस्मोटिक कंसंट्रेशन में यूटिलाइज्ड होगा, इम्यून रेस्पॉन्स जनरेट करने में होगा, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स हार्मोन्स बनाने में यूटिलाइज होते हैं, फैटी एसिड्स भी हार्मोन में होते हैं. बट यहाँ मेजर जो हमें एट दिस स्टेज इन द क्लास 10th स्टैंडर्ड वी नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट आफ्टर द complete digestion and absorption, with the help of liver we used to utilize these major digested food. We use the after digestion protein converted into amino acid, and we use them as a building block of our body, carbohydrate as a source of energy and fat as a reserve source of energy, and undigested food is removed out from our body by the process of digestion. So a quick revision of today's class. In today's class we had discussed about the functioning mechanism of nutrition in human. There are 5 main steps, 5 main: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and adhesion. Ingestion, intake; digestion, breakdown with the help of physical chemical process; absorption, the soluble form get entered into the blood vessels. With the help of liver we utilize the digested food, and we used to remove the undigested food. The water used to get reabsorbed in the large intestine. As a result, undigested food converted into solid mass or feces, which is removed out by the process of defecation. To understand in depth, we need to remember the different location, nature of digestion. The digestion used to take place with the help of and substance form in with different location, in buccal cavity, in stomach, then in small intestine, the action of pancreatic juice, bile juice, intestinal juice. Then how this absorption used to take place. It used to take place inside the ileum part of the small intestine with the help of finger-like projection, which increases the surface area. The digested food entered inside the blood vessel, and this entire process is named as absorption. And after that we utilizes the digested food. So it's over for today's class. Thank you.